Hello, so today we've got a really truly amazing property for you. This property is located in Massachusetts Dona Maria, which is a small village within the Concelho of Alviasre. It's a village that has a weekly market, lots of cafes. It's a really nice location, very, very popular. The property itself is stunning, okay? This is a farm, a working farm, but that is kept so beautifully. We have over 4 hectares of land. We have nearly 600 square metres of build, covering a variety of different properties. So let's have a look at the driveway to start with. There's also the possibility of turning this into something that can be a tourism project. Considering that they've got 3 independent buildings on the property, it can also be a working farm and a homestead with just an amazing location. It is so well maintained. We've got a vineyard, we've got a cork oak forest, we've got an area with stables and field. It's all fenced off with electric fencing. We've got 3 water mines, and hopefully you can see behind me some absolutely stunning views. Now, there's an awful lot to explain here. This property is just so special. The owners have done lots of work maintaining, they've renovated. They've kept as many rustic features as you can. There's a plaque over there from 1923. It really is a beautiful old quinta that's been restored and with real loving care. You can see here we've got a lovely shot of the pool, the back of the property. Now we're looking over the land. It's important to know that the land is not that enormous hill behind. You can see there's a donkey there, and most of the land that belongs is the land that's cleaned. You can see now that there's the track that they've put in. There's access roads all around the property. The water mines, there's one on the left we've just gone by, and at the bottom of that large tree, it looks a bit green, but that's the water mine. It's within the area for the cow and the donkey. It's quite a large fenced area. You can just see it going through the trees at the back. So it goes to the top of the hill and now back down to the cleared area. This is going to go round to the right. There's more shelter there. Lots of buildings on the property for shelter for the animals and for equipment. The tracks that have been put in lead up to this vineyard here that you can see, very well maintained. They get a good crop. Can't remember what the litres are at the moment, I'm afraid. But they operate it. They get wine every year. Behind that, you can see the olive grove. And you can't quite see it, but there's another water mine at the end there. As we go to the right, more or less, the land that's overgrown doesn't belong. Those trees in the left don't belong. The land's coming back up to the right, and there you can see the house. And here we are again, back at the property. Entrance. Anyone coming down here and looking at the views you've just been looking at is going to go, wow. There's wow factor. The hedges that have been put in, the stone walls. If you come to me to the right, let's have a look at this building. This can be put to another use. You could turn this into a self-contained unit. However, it's stunning in its own right, simply because of the stone, the doorways, the old adega. And come in and look. So for original features, this building, if you have a look around, you've got the walls are stunning. However, you can see that, and the height is amazing. But you've got a new ceiling, you've got inset lighting, it's a concrete floor. It's a very, very usable building. It's obviously used as the adega and a big entertainment room. You can imagine a big party in here with a few bottles of wine going on. So here, I'm in the garage, which, as you can see from the stone wall now, you can actually see the holes where the beams used to be. So that's the back wall of the adega we were just in. And here they have constructed an absolutely enormous garage. So the building we were just looking at from the outside, This beautiful slab courtyard outside. It's really large, it's walled. You can see they've got the outside barbecue area here. Another great entertainment area. Let's have a look inside. So entering this property, one thing that's worth pointing out, because everything's been renovated. So the doors are new, double glazing throughout. Okay, here you've got the old fireplace. This is actually a bread oven. So if you don't know, the bread ovens, they work very well for, I mean, that's enormous actually. They work very well for pizzas. You can cook a chicken in there, you can do whatever you want. But this area here could easily be a bed sit. So you could have a lounge and bed in here. And if you put a wood burner in this corner, this would work perfectly well for winter.
I mean, it is a fireplace already, isn't it?
It's a fireplace already, but as we all know, as much as an open fire is lovely, a wood burner actually gives you more heat. So coming through here, again, if you just look at the walls are wider than me. So here's your kitchen area with your sink, and you could always put some more kitchen units in there. If you come to this area, because I always like figuring out how you can turn this into a usable space, what you can do with it as it's rental. So here, I think you probably put your cooking area, you put your cooker, you've got your fridge freezer, there's space for all of that. And then at the end here is a bathroom. At the moment, there's no shower in here. There's a WC behind the door, the wash basin here. There's plenty of space for a shower unit in the corner. Again, the ceilings are new. Everything's been restored beautifully. So one thing I want to point out to you is the number of original features kept here, the amount of stone. The stone lintels are enormous, the stone steps, the stone lintels on the doorway, the stone bench across there, the flagstone floor. I mean, it's just beautiful. The original oak doors. So as you come in through these main double doors, you've got the lounge area in front of you. You have 2 bedrooms behind me, all with your wooden frames, wooden ceilings. The floor is a lighter colour throughout. Double glazing, windows put in, but everything else has been kept original, treated, painted, varnished, whatever's been done to it to create the effect it's got. The second double bedroom. As you pan around, you can now see through into the kitchen, but if you keep going, there's the 3rd bedroom there. And then, excuse me, as you come over here, you've got the most amazing snug, and obviously they've cut this open, but they've put in the beams. You've got your fireplace. So, behind Paul is the kitchen, and we'll show you that in a minute. This area here is an extension, it's all new. So, I'm not going to ask Paul to try and get the floor in now, but it's got the most amazing tile, it's beautiful. Nice dining area, 2 metre wide windows taking in the views. I probably don't need to be in this, hang on. Beautiful modern bathroom in here. We have a WC, a bidet, a walk-in shower, and a double wash basin. So the kitchen, again, is part of the new construction here. It's not the biggest kitchen, but it's perfectly fully functional. Lovely black tops, plenty of cupboard space, oven, an electric hob. Always the beautiful views out the window. It does make me laugh slightly here. This place is so big. There's a huge camera screen behind the door with 4 screens on it, because there's no way you're ever going to find your husband here. He's going to be off in a tractor somewhere. He's either down tending the vines, down with the donkey, or in fact, actually, that's very sexist. Find your wife. He's probably doing quite a lot of work as well. Coming out of the kitchen, here is that amazing cork tree. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Basically, all the land you can see in these shots pretty much belongs to the property. And if you, as Paul's panning to the right here, you can see the Nespera, which in English is a loquat tree. They're very popular here in Portugal. And also, that's the cottage that we first went to.
Now I'm live too.
Coming down these steps, again, we've got a stone floor. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, trying to help Paul not fall down them. On My left, there's a I'm not going to show you, but there's a shade area here with yet another barbecue. So this place really is set up for multiple families to be here because there's lots of outside barbecue areas. And then as you pan round, you're going to take in the view and the pool. The pool is 20 metres squared. It's beautiful. So I have to put my shades on because I can't see. That's the cat, not me. Underneath this shade area, we've got the door. It is all independent. But this bathroom, I'm not going to go in, you go in. It's beautiful. Very modern. Huge walk-in shower. I really, really like the effect on the wall. It's concrete, but it looks like stone. It's really, really nice, very effective.
Micro cement.
There we go. He knows the terms. So, if we come into these, oh, look at the depth. Huge. Okay, so we've got the stone lintel and the original huge wooden beam. As you come in, you're coming through double doors, full-length glass doors with shutters on the inside, double glazing, attention to detail. Everything's been done beautifully. Now, these rooms down here are much bigger. As you can see, if you wanted, you could put a little kitchenette in here. And there's on the other side, which we'll also show you, there's another room exactly the same. So this is the adjoining room. I think it's actually slightly bigger than the one we were just in. The doors are bigger. Huge entranceway here. Again, double glazing, new doors, shutters on the inside.